What is going on? What? Okay. Hello? Hello? Okay. YouTube has once again decided to change my layout of my stream on my other monitor here. That's so cool. Thank you. Also, I have some new audio settings for my microphone chat, so I should sound a little different this stream. Whether or not it sounds better or worse, that is for you all to decide. I think it sounds better. If anything ever goes wrong with audio chat, like you notice anything about how I sound the stream, like maybe like I cut out early, or when I speak, my voice cuts in late, something like that. If you notice any like weird like audio problems with all the stream, please let me know, because I am testing out some new stuff with the mic settings on my OBS. So hopefully it should sound a little better this time than usual. But again, that is for chat to decide. When we upgrade the original Just Got Precon, I don't know. Ever I feel like it. How have you been? You know what, chat? If I'm being real, I've been a little burnt out lately, if I'm being honest. Like I keep like flip-flopping back and forth between what next year is gonna be like for Magic. Because like dude, I have seen more people than ever in my comments saying that Magic is becoming less fun for them because of the UB sets. And I'm getting people in my comments who started with UB saying that they are getting tired of UB. Which, like, if that's happening, it's like, okay, I don't think that's normal. But I don't know if you saw, apparently the CEO of Hasbro said, like, if anything, they could go even harder with UB. So I mean, it's like I said with the the pigs and slot video. If UB sets keep outselling in-universe sets, the Fortnite pipeline is real. Like, Magic could 100% go full Fortnite and just abandon all, like, original IP. It could happen. Those nights at FNAF got you burnt out? Yeah, for real, bro. If UB sets were good, I wouldn't be mad. I mean, for the most part, they are, though, I think. Like, Final Fantasy was great. Most of the commander decks are great. It's just, like... It's Spider-Man that's kind of, like... I just feel like Spider-Man is potentially setting a bad precedent for future UB sets. Because, like... If they're all like this... Like, dude, if we go next year and every single UB set is, like, the level of quality of Spider-Man, bro... We might be in trouble. So, like, I keep... But, like, at the same time, I remember during the... Like, the reaction to next year's sets... Most of the time, if I had, like, worrying first thoughts... Those thoughts were kind of, like, quelled by, like, the art they showed. Like, I thought Marvel Heroes would suck, but then they started showing off art. And it's like, oh, wait, actually, this looks not that bad. It doesn't look as bad as Spider-Man did. And that happened as well with TMNT. Like, TMNT, I was like, oh, God, this is cringe. But then they showed the cards off, and I'm like, oh, okay, the art actually looks not that bad. The pizza lands are terrifying. I don't like those. But, I mean, beyond that, the set looks fine. So far, anyways. How's audio chat? Are we good? Does it sound better or worse than normal to you? And also, as per usual, we'll give it, you know, 5-ish minutes here for people to hop in. It sounds better. Ooh. Avatar for me, I only have 2 cards I'm interested in, Toph and Wooburg Aang. So funnily enough, I actually was really hyped to build Toph, but like, I really don't like her card. Like, the card is flavorful, but the actual decks I think are made as a result of what Toph's effect is does not feel like Toph. Slight bit of lag? For audio? Or like on your end for the stream? Like, the deck lists that I've seen get made as a result of Toph's effect, it's just like, it's Urza in a Naya trenchcoat. You are playing Urza, Lord High Artificer, in a Naya trenchcoat. That's what Toph seems to be, and I don't like that. Like, you're playing artifact combo with Toph in the command zone, which feels super not like what Toph does. I really thought I'd be able to, like, make lands into creatures and, like, fling lands at people to, like, burn them. But that's not what she does, and instead she just, like, makes artifacts into lands. So I kind of just want to collect the Avatar gang. That's really it. The survey Watson made of Spider-Man got me rowing the wrong way. Oh, yeah. So, if you guys didn't see, there was a survey Wizards of the Coast made where one of the questions was... Oh, no. Wait. Hang on. One of the questions was... Hey, did coverage from content creators negatively impact your perception of Spider-Man? And then they told you to list the names of people that you watch. Can I find like a good article for it? An article or something? I need... Here we are. Yeah, this. To what degree did negative influencer commentary impact your perceptions of Magic the Gathering Marvel Spider-Man before the set released? Oh my god. There's more than that too, I'm pretty sure. Okay, no, this isn't short either. There was a like follow-up where it's like, hey, can you please tell me what creators you watch? For no particular reason, of course. Can I find... No. That's satire. No, I'm not going on that freaking subreddit. Hell no. I can't find it, looks like. You have to look up yourself. But, like, the survey had a ton of, like, super suspicious questions. Like, do you have more money spent on Magic? Please list creators you watch. And that was after... asking if negative commentary impacted your perception of Spider-Man as a set. A whole bunch of just like super suspect stuff. Why is my bitrate dropping? OBS? We fine? Bro, please. We haven't dropped frames yet. Is stream good for you all? Are we crashing out? Is stream dying? No, maybe. I don't think so. OBS getting a heart attack hearing what Watsy's doing. Lauren and Hobbit are like a 2 says I'm interested in heavy buying. Yeah, for real? Like, y'all, I'm being so serious. If you don't like the UB sets next year, spend like more money than you would usually on the in-universe sets. Buy Lorwyn, buy Strixhaven, buy Reality Fracture, and don't spend any money on the UB sets. If you want to send a message to Hasbro, or Wizard of the Coast by extension, buy in-universe sets and do not buy UB sets. That's all I can say. I do think UB has perks, but I do legit think there is some risk that the Fortnite pipeline might be happening sooner than you think. If we don't reel ourselves in here. Alright, chat. It's been long enough now. We can start with the main event here. Today, we are here to go back in time to the... Hang on, wait a minute. Wait. Hang on, wait a minute. Oh, wow, okay. Today, we are here to go back in time to Commander 2014 to upgrade. Oh, what the? That's not correct. Third time's a charm, chat. Hang on. Today, we are here to go back in time to Commander 24... God. 4 times the charm. Today, we are here to go back in time to Commander 2014 to upgrade the Teferi Precon. Let's go. All right, so Commander 2014. For those who don't know, this set of Commander Precons was the first time we ever got Planeswalkers that could be Commanders. It was Teferi, Freyalise, Nahiri, and Obnixilis. We had Teferi, Doretti, Freyalise, Nahiri, and human Obnixilis, not demon Obnixilis. And it's pretty clear that they want to be pretty safe with these precons, hence why they're all also the first ever monocolor precons we've ever gotten. I mean, it's pretty clear Wizard of the Coast was a little afraid of overextending with these designs, hence why they were monocolor in the first place. That way, players couldn't go too crazy with these commanders. And they were also focused on older characters. Freyalise, for example, is from like super old Magic lore, like back when we had the old border stuff. Nahiri, I mean, she was introduced pretty early on in like new gen of Magic, but I wouldn't say she's old. Obnixilis we knew as a demon for a long time, and we got the first ever human representation of how Obnixilis looked. And then Doretti, I think, was introduced for the first time in this product. Because they didn't want to do Chandra, I guess. And finally, we had Teferi, the main focal point of today's stream. So we have, as usual, 3 choices for commander options here. We have Teferi, Temporal Archmage. We have Teferi, Temporal Archmage, 4 blue, 6 mana for a Loyalty 5 Planeswalker. +1, look at the top 2 cards of a library. Put 1 into your hand and the other on the bottom. Okay, so a +1 is like a above average draw. -1, untap up to 4 target permanents, notably not non-land. And in -10, you get an emblem with you may activate loyalty abilities of Planeswalkers control. You may activate loyalty abilities of Planeswalkers you control on any player's turn and anytime you could cast an instant. Notably, there is no Planeswalker in this deck besides just Teferi. I'm sure that's fine, though. Next up. No. Next up, we have Lorthos the Tidemaker. 5 blue. 8 mana in my mono blue deck for an 8/8 octopus creature. Whenever Lorthos attacks, you may pay 8 more mana. Nice. Nice and Emrakul. If you do, tap up to 8 target permanents. But wait, there's more. Those permanents don't untap during their controller's next untap steps. I sure do love having a 16 mana sleep in the command zone. Ugh. That's that power, chat. That's that power. Hey, you know what? Look. At least he has aura. I'll give you that. Lorthos does have insane aura. Doesn't say non-land. True. And finally, for commander choices, we have... Stitcher Geralf. 3 blue. 5 mana for a 3/4 human wizard creature with no keywords. Not even Ward 1. Because Ward 1 didn't exist yet. 2 and a blue, tap. Each player mills 3 cards. Exile up to 2 creature cards put into graveyards this way. Create an XX blue zombie creature token, where X is the total power of the cards exiled this way. So, 8 mana to get what? A 6/6/7/7 zombie token? Starting to see some lag. I mean, my OBS says we're fine right now. I have a stream open on my end. That was me. That was me. I unmuted the stream for a second to see if I sounded fine. I think if there's any issues, it might be on your end, unfortunately. Am I? I feel like I'm crazy, didn't I? Oh, but... yeah, there we go. I think that's the... yeah, okay. Okay. So, I could sit here and be like, oh yeah, man. Stitcher Geralf is a really interesting commander that we could no. Look. You bought this Precon to play Teferi in the command zone. Alright? You did not buy this deck to play a basically 16 mana octopus in the command zone. You didn't buy this Precon to play Stitcher Geralf in the command zone. Although we are happy for some Geralf representation. So Teferi. Teferi is weird. Teferi is a very strange commander. I mean, yes, there is, of course, you know, the Chain Veil combo everyone knows about. But, I mean, we're not going to do this. I mean, we are here to remaster this Precon. We are here to upgrade this Precon. So, I mean, we're not going to put a Chain Veil combo in the Precon. Maybe we do. I think it actually is pretty cheap nowadays. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Notably, I think one thing that a lot of people who bought this Precon might not have known about is the whole thing of being able to untap permanents. Because, I mean, I think the Commander Precons were meant to be like a place for you to start at, right? I think even in 60 card, the thing of being able to untap lands after tapping them to net more mana for return probably didn't come up that much. The most I can think of is like Arbor Elf. No, he is legendary. He got eroded. He got eroded later on in Army. Like, Arbor Elf let you untap Forest, so you could tap a Forest to add one to your mana pool, and then tap the Arbor Elf to untap it, so you net mana for return. So Teferi's -1 essentially is a +4 mana for return, because you can tap 4 lands you have, and then untap them with Teferi, which actually allows you to make some pretty impactful plays that most mono blue decks would not be able to do, simply because they just don't have the mana to do that. So real quick, chat, let's go through this Precon. Let's go through this Precon and see what cards we don't like and want to take out. Starting with Artisan of Kozilek in my Teferi deck. Keep in mind, guys, Teferi is like one of the oldest. Keep in mind, chat, Teferi is like one of the oldest planeswalkers in this game. Like, he's super old. He has so much lore. There is a lot, and I mean a lot of like actual room to work with here for card design in terms of Teferi as a character. And yet, our very first card is an Eldrazi. Am I receiving lag? I mean, OBS says we're fine. Like, you're repeating yourself? I mean, are you sure it's not me, like, actually doing it on purpose? Because sometimes I'll, like, mess up a line. I gotta redo it for the sake of, like, editing purposes. Artisan of Kozilek. A 9-drop, which when you cast it, returns a creature card from your graveyard to battlefield. And not layer 2. I mean, OBS says I'm not dropping frames at all. Like, the bitrate is fine, it seems like. I'm not sure. I do have my stream open on my end. We should be fine. Does Teferi's +1 count as scrying? No. Teferi has literally never met Eldrazi ever. I am like 99% sure Teferi doesn't even know Eldrazi exists. And yet they put one in this deck. I guess it's like, I guess as like just a big bomb? A big beater? But that is super, like, not flavorful at all for Teferi. I'm gonna say get out. Remember, chat, the sideboard is cards we cut. Next up, Azure Mage. One to blue for a 2/1 human wizard creature. 3 in a blue, 4 mana, draw a card. So you can -1 Teferi, untap 4 lands, and then pay the 4 mana from those lands to draw a card. Or you could just +1. Moving on. Next up, chat, Breaching Leviathan. 7 blue. 9 mana. But it can be 5 with Teferi out, thankfully. Thank God. For a 9/9 Leviathan creature. When Breaching Leviathan enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, tap all non-blue creatures. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step. So, notably, you can cast this and get not 1, but 2 turns of being able to attack your opponents with your Lorthos, I guess. Costs 8 mana. Your Sphinx of War Isle. You get 2 turns to attack with your unblockable Deep Sea Kraken. Ugh. Oh my god, this card's terrible! What? What is it? Bro, my creatures suck. Can I have something that makes an actual board, please? What am I gonna do? Okay, I can hit him for 9? You know what? No. This is a burn spell. Breaching Leviathan is a burn spell. That's what it is. Breaching Leviathan is a burn spell. You know why? Because you pay 9, you tap their board down, you wait a turn cycle, and then on your next turn, you get to swing for 9. This is Searing Wind. This is Searing Wind. In my mono blue deck. I mean, like, it's like a big fog, I guess, but again, why? Okay, so chat, I should mention, this was a card that was made literally in this Precon, right? Teferi does not have anything to do with Leviathans or sea monsters. Why not make this like, I don't know, just like a grand wizard or something, or like a sphinx. There are sphinxes in here. The sphinxes kind of make sense because, you know, Teferi's old and wise. I could see him, you know, messing with some sphinxes and, like, you know, chilling out and talk with them. Why the hell are there Leviathans in here? You know what? Again, you can essentially, like, cheat this out with Teferi's -1 to untap 4 lands to net 4 for the turn. So casting this isn't super hard. It like locks down your opponent's boards for 2 turns, I guess. Or no. 1 turn cycle. Or no, it's 2. Right? Yeah. It's good enough, I guess. Again, the flavor is so bad here. Why is Teferi casting a sea monster? Why? But I'll let it stick, I guess. Next up, chat, Brine Elemental. Four blue for a 5/4 elemental creature with morph for 5 blue. When Brine Elemental is turned face up, each opponent skips their next untap step. Now see, this makes sense. This card actually does make favorable sense, right? Because Teferi's whole thing is being a time mage. He can like warp time, shape time. He literally is a chronomancer. His name literally is Temporal Archmage. So this card, while I'm not sure it being an elemental makes a lot of sense, does fit Teferi's actual ability as a character. I like this. Good card. Next up, chat. Deep Sea Kraken? Seven blue. 10 mana for a 6/6 unblockable Kraken creature. But wait, it's got Suspend for 2 and a blue. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if this card is suspended, remove a time counter from it. Okay, I guess the suspend makes it kind of make sense for Teferi as a character, but again, what's with this is another sea monster, also Lorthos, so it's actually the third one we've seen so far. What? Okay. It's also just like a stupid 6/6 beater. I guess if it sits there for 7 turns, you can deal, what is that? 42 damage to someone? Yeah, let the unblockable Kraken sit there for 7 turns, it'll kill someone. Do we like Deep Sea Kraken, chat? I don't. The suspend makes it kind of make sense, I guess. Get out. Next up, Dulcet Sirens. Two and a blue. 3 mana for a 1/3 Siren creature. Pay 1 blue. Tap. Target creature attacks target opponent this turn if able. More for a single blue. Again. What? Okay, so notably, it's not a sea monster. Thank God. Unfortunately, sirens are based on water. Their whole thing is that they like live on like rocks in the ocean and lure ship captains towards them through song. What are we doing? Teferi lost the plot here. Real! I gotta pay a blue to do it too? Target creature attacks target opponent this turn. Okay, so it's goad. You pay 1 blue to goad 1 creature. Awesome. Could we not have like... Get out. I'm not even gonna entertain this. Get out. What? Next up, chat. Fathom Seer. Ugh. 1 and a blue for a 1/3 illusion creature. Morph. Return 2 islands you control to their owner's hand. When Fathom Seer is turned face up, draw 2 cards. Okay, you know what? It's card draw. One small problem. I have to de-ramp myself to play this card draw. I gotta spend 3 to cast it as a morph card. Then turn it face up by returning 2 my islands to my hand. I guess you can return the tapped island, which is like okay. Like, chat, do you want Fathom Seer or Divination in your deck? To be honest, I think Divination actually makes somewhat like actual flavorful sense for Teferi, because Divination implies that you're like divining the future, which if you're Teferi, you can do that because you're a Chronomancer. Get out! Oh my god! Next up, chat, Fog Bank. Ugh. One to blue for a 0/2 defender flying wall creature. Prevent all combat damage will be dealt to and dealt by this creature. It blocks. It does block very well, I'll give you that. But it just blocks. Which, hey, you know what? In my mono blue deck, I'm not sure I hate that. If I'm being real. Do we hate this, chat? Is it amazing? Hell no, totally not. But like, considering that my commander costs 6, I can totally just like play us on curve. I think it's fine. It's okay. We'll make it work. Next up, Frost Titan. Whenever a Frost Titan becomes the target of a spell ability opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless its controller pays 2. Hey! Ward 2, chat! On my 6/6 giant creature. Whenever Frost Titan enters or attacks, tap target permanent. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Ice. Ice. Hey, chat. Can Teferi cast Ice? Does Teferi, the character, have the ability to cast ice spells? No. He doesn't. It's also just like not a good card either. Okay, it stuns one thing a turn. Wow, amazing. That's really good. I thought you meant the other ice. No, not that one, not that one. No. Oh my god. Oh wait, I need to ping the Discord. Whoops. Hang on. My bad, gang. Wait. I'm so stupid, actually. Wait. I'm so silly. Okay, we're good. Frost Titan. It's Dude. It's good enough, I guess. Again, the flavor is not great. Teferi cannot cast ice, but it does tap down things, which I guess can also be interpreted as, like, using Chronomancy to slow things down. Copium? Is that Copium? Probably, yeah. But hey, it's a Precon. What are you gonna do? So awful. Next up, chat. Hover Guard Sweepers. 6 blue, 8 mana for a 5/6 flying drone creature. When Hover Guard Sweepers enters, you may return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hands. It's a drone? I also think this has just been like power creeps now, right? Like, I don't... Just bounces 2 things. It's not really that good. There's also the new dragon from Tarkir. What is it? It's like Meringue. Yeah, so over 6 mana, you get a 6/7 flyer that bounces 2 non-land permanents and not 2 creatures. So, wait. So, wait, oh my god. I mean, to be fair, Teferi doesn't cast dragons either. Infinite value! It returns itself and a buddy to hand for ETB reuse. Maximum copium. You know what? True, actually. I guess the regent can't bounce itself, right? Yeah. I guess that's true. Yeah, you know what? You got me. This thing is terrible. I don't know what the flavor is here. It was printed in 5th Dawn, which was a like artifact based set. I think 5th Dawn was on Mirrodin, right? I'm pretty sure. I think the fairy's probably been there at some point, but the card is terrible. It's so awful. Sideboard. Next up, chat. Ixodron, the GOAT! 5 blue for a star illusion creature. As Ixodron enters, turn all other non-token creatures face down. Not planeswalkers, though. Ixodron's power and toughness are each equal to a number of face-down creatures on the battlefield. Hey, synergy with your Fathom Seer. Oh my god, this deck's terrible! Okay, but seriously, Ixodron actually is just like a really good board wipe. It's actually a legit, like, solid card. It just, like, makes all your opponent's cards just lose all abilities. It's imperm. It's infinite impermanence for the entire board forever. You play this card against a token deck? True. Or no, maybe. Don't do that. I don't think. How does that work, actually? I don't even know. Wait a minute. Is there a ruler on that? On Ixodron and tokens? I don't even know. Wait. I think Ixodron does affect tokens the same way. So it might. So you know, if your opponent has a bunch of a 1/1 tokens, you can buff them by making them 2/2s. Yeah. Good card though. I'm not sure what the flavor is here. It is an illusion. Just like Hope. It says non-token. Oh. My bad. I'm stupid. MTG YouTuber fails to read his cards. It's a good card. It's fine. It's actually a very solid board wipe. Unlike our next card. Lorthos the Tidemaker. Again, the third sea monster we've had in this deck. Dude, what is with the... Again, you have to pay 8 to tap 8 permanents down for a turn, but it's kind of only 4 if you use Teferi's -1 to untap 4 lands to net 4 for the turn. He does have a lot of aura. Blue, cosplaying green. Yeah, for real. Look at the green hues on him, too, dude. Lorthos does have aura. He does. You would think this is a Kiora deck based on all the giant freaking, like, monsters and Krakens in this deck, but no, it's actually a Teferi deck. Let's play that one. Dude. Get out. Do we keep Lorthos, chat? I'll pull it. Do we keep Lorthos? He's so awful. Like, I don't want to have to -1 my commander every turn just to tap down some things, dude. I don't want to do that. And once again, the flavor is horrendous. Because Teferi does not cast sea monsters. Did they, like, make the deck list first and think, oh, yeah, it's gonna be Kiora, but then, like, oh, like... I swear, dude, I swear. It's like this was supposed to be a deck for Kiora, but at the end of card design, they realized that, like, oh, wait, Kiora is Simic and not just mono blue. Quick, who can we put in place of this? Oh, yeah, Teferi. Like, bro, even the cards that do make somewhat sense, Brine Elemental, it's a water thing, which is Kiora's domain. Oh my god. Get out. Mole Drifter, chat. Ugh. 4 and a blue, 5 mana for a 2/2 flying elemental creature. When Mole Drifter enters, you draw 2 cards. That wasn't a spam, Nightbot. That was a single fire symbol. What are you talking about? No, it was 5. Okay. I might have to change Nightbot's restrictions. That was not a problem at all. Can I unhide that? Like, that was so fine. That was not worthy of a timeout, I don't think. But not even timeout, whatever. Okay, so you can evoke it to draw 2 cards and have it kill itself, or pay 5 to get a 2/2 flyer, a nice Windrake. Do we have any reason to hardcast this at all? Like, can we copy it? Can we clone it? Can we blink it? Anything? Right! A replication! Kick it for 5 to get 5 copies of Mole Drifter and draw 10 cards! Or a cackling counterpart, chat. Pay 3 and copy it to get 2 more cards. Nice and divination. Infinite Reflection. Have each other non-token creature enters a copy of Mole Drifter. Okay. I mean, it's iconic at least, right? I'm tempted to keep it just because it's, like, iconic, to be honest. Like, people know it. It's decently cool. It's 3 mana draw, too, I guess. If you hard cast it, you can kicked right of replication it to draw 10, I guess. I get 5 Windrakes. Okay. It's not great nowadays, but it's good enough. There's no way. There's no way, dude. There's no way. Phyrexian Ingester. In my Teferi deck. The guy who literally fought alongside OG Urza to beat back Phyrexia has one of their kin in his Precon. What? Teferi literally fought against Phyrexia. What are we doing? I can't wait till -1 Teferi to net 4 for the turn. That way, I get a 3-mana Ravenous Chupacabra that exiles a creature, and then it gets +X+Y, where X is the exiled creature card's power, and Y is its toughness. What was the design team thinking? He literally fought against Phyrexia. Get out! What's next? Reef. Is this deck like what Teferi like wishes he could do in his free time? Like, does Teferi secretly just want to fish all the time? Phyrexia this. Loot that. I just want to fish, for God's sake. This is like the 7th like fish or ocean themed card we've gotten. Reef Worm. 3 in the blue, 4 mana for a 0/1 worm creature. Ugh. When this creature dies, create a 3/3 blue fish creature token with. When this creature dies, create a 6/6 blue whale creature token with. When this creature dies, create a 9/9 blue kraken token. Kiora strikes again! What does this do? It blocks and then grows. The path to exile in their hand. Yeah, exactly. Get out! What's next? Riptide Survivor. Two in a blue for a 2/1 human wizard with morph for 1 blue. When Riptide Survivors turn face up, discard 2 cards, then draw 3 cards. To be fair, this card didn't exist when this card was made, so it is a bit of an unfair comparison. But this is also just horrendous. Pay 3 mana first, then 3 mana again to discard 2 and draw 3, and I guess get a 2/1 body. Oh, in Commander to get, or you could pay 2 mana to discard 2, draw 3 in red. But hey, you know what? It's Ixodron synergy. Get out. I thought Mono Blue was a boogeyman back then. The hell is this? You wouldn't think so with this, would you? Oh, wait, chat, there's more. Who's next? Seagate Oracle. Tuna Blue, 3-minute for a 1-3 human wizard creature. Hey, you know what? At least that does make some amount of flavorful sense for Teferi. When Seagate Oracle enters the battlefield, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one into your hand and the other in the bottom. He cantrips and blocks the 2/2 tokens well, I guess. Hey man, look. If you cast a kicked right replication, you'll get to look at the top 2 cards and put one into your hand 5 times and get 5 1/3 creatures. It references the seas again. Just go fishing, my dude. Get out. Shaper Parasite. Again with the... Shaper Parasite. 1 blue for a 2/3 illusion creature. Hope is an illusion. Morph 2 in a blue. Pay 3 and then 3 again. When it's turn face up, target creature gets +2, -2, or -2, +2 until end of turn. A nice and 6-mana shock. What's up with Morph? I don't know. I wish I could tell you. There's an Ixodron in here, so it like you can turn them face down and turn them face up again. But the effects suck, so why would I do that? I love my 6-mana shock. Is this the trickery of the blue deck? Maybe tricking your wallet to buy this deck back then in 2014. Next up, chat. Sphinx of War Isle. 4 blue. 6 mana for a 5/5 flying shroud Sphinx creature. You may look at the top card of your library, which does make sense, because Teferi is a Chronomancer. You know what? This is fine, right? Like, I think Sphinxes actually do make a decent amount of sense for Teferi, right? Like, if we had to pick one of the several blue creatures that encompasses blue as a color, if we had to take one of like the several creatures blue has and take one that like makes the most sense with Teferi as a character, I think Sphinxes are probably pretty close, right? It's got Shroud, so your opponents can't target it. It's got Flying. Like, it's not busted by any means. Totally not. Hell no. But, like, compared to a lot of the other stuff we've seen so far, I don't think it's terrible. It's a hexproof flying attacker for 5 a turn. It's something. And again, I do think Sphinxes make a decent amount of sense for Teferi as a character. Like, keep in mind, chat, we are in the year of 2014, so all the insane cards you're used to, we probably didn't have access to back then. So while this may look bad by today's standards, I don't think you would have cut this back then. Next up, chat, Sphinx of Magossi. 3 blue, blue, blue. 6 mana for a 6/6 flying Sphinx creature. For 2 and a blue, you can draw a card and then put a +1/+1 counter on Sphinx of Magossi. We are mono blue. We do tend to be a pretty reactive deck on average. So if we can't counter anything, you can pay 3, draw a card, and then make this thing bigger. That's not terrible, I don't think. It's not great either. It's 6 mana for a 6/6 flyer. I'd like it a lot more if it had, like, hexproof. Put Ristic Study in the deck. Boom, fixed. I wish. The deck was obviously too strong in today's stance because of its inclusion of a game changer. Yes, there is a Psych Rift in this deck, which is insane, but we'll get there. Sphinx of Magossi. You know what? It's fine. Lets you have something to do on your opponent's end step if you don't have to counter anything with your 2 counter spells in your mono blue deck. But that's a secret for when we get there. Next up, chat, Sphinx of Uthun. Oh! 3 Sphinxes for 3 different regions of the plane of Zendikar. He does have aura as well. That's kind of cool. When Sphinx of... Oh, wait, hang on. 5 blue, blue. 7 mana for a 5/6 flying Sphinx creature. When Sphinx of Uthun enters battlefield, reveal the top 5 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Put one pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. So keep in mind, chat. Excuse me? What? Wait. Fact or fiction? 4-mana instant, which is the ETB of the Sphinx, but is an instant, not a sorcery, which the Sphinx basically is, because it's a creature and doesn't have flash. So we'll say you probably pay 3 mana for the ETB, and then 4 mana for a 5/6 flying body. Do we like this? I guess it's not terrible. You get to, like, it's card draw, I guess, but it's not great card draw. It's also on a 7-drop. But, I mean, when you put it next to Sphinx of Magossi and Sphinx of War Isle, he doesn't look that bad, right? Yeah? He's fine, I guess. Next up, chat, Steel Hellkite, the GOAT. I swear this thing was in, like, every Precon ever. 6 generic mana for a 5/5 flying artifact dragon creature. It has generic breathing for 2. Pay X. Destroy each non-land permanent man value X whose controller was dealt combat damage by this creature this turn. Activate only once each turn. So, excuse me. Oh, God. Teferi did know Urza. Teferi did know Urza. They were friends. That is my copium response to justify keeping it in. It's also like not great by today's standards, but again, back then, Steel Hellcat was insane. So we'll keep it. Stitcher Geralt, I could cut this, right? Do we want to pay 8 mana to make everyone mill 3 and then get a vanilla zombie creature that's probably decently big? Do we want to do that? I don't think so. Also, why the hell is this in here? Like, this guy literally came out with this precon. Why did they put Geralt, a guy from Innistrad, in this Teferi precon? Why? Oh my god! Get out! Oh, wait, guys. Storm Surge Kraken, the lieutenant of this deck. Again, another frickin' Kraken in my Teferi deck. And apparently this guy is the lieutenant of Teferi. How the... Okay. Yeah, man, sure. 3 blue. For a 5/5 hexproof. Hey, Kraken creature. Lieutenant. As long as you control Teferi, Storm Surge Kraken gets +2/+2 and has. Whenever Storm Surge Kraken becomes blocked, you may draw 2 cards. Dude, this was like, okay, this is so obviously, like, the deck was supposed to be for Kiora, but the people who designed the deck weren't told that Kiora is a Simic Aligned Planeswalker until the very last moment. So they were like, oh god, wait, no, what do we do then? Teferi! Yes! We'll put Teferi in here! Like, what? This is, okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pretty much. Is there one more, or is it just 5? The Eldrazi, 6. There's like 6 big, like, sea monsters in this deck. Why? Can't wait to play my mono blue Simic creature deck. He's got hexproof. If you have Teferi out, he can draw you cards. Do we like this guy, chat? They do have to block him. Which then again, they kind of have to anyways, because they can't actually kill this thing. Because it has hexproof. I guess Teferi is supposed to be the mana engine of the deck, looking at mana rocks. Is it? 1, 2. Again, Eldrazi. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This seems fine. I guess, because you can untap, okay, you can untap the Hedron or the Thran Dynamo to get, like, insane value. Okay. I see it. What's worse is that the Planeswalker commander is much easier to remove. Like, he dies to removal and creatures. Okay, I will say, back then, Planeswalker removal didn't really exist. Like, there were not cards that said destroy target Planeswalker. That wasn't a thing. Like, actual hard Planeswalker kill spells didn't come out until, like, way later. So you pretty much had to run creatures to be able to actually deal with Planeswalkers or counter them. Destroy Perm, though? Okay, I mean, yes, but even that was, like, hard to come by. Like, it was Maelstrom Pulse or Vindicate, and that's it. Pretty much. For, like, destroy target permanent stuff. Beast Within... I think, yeah. Beast Within did exist back then, yeah. Okay, so you can do that, too. But, like, removal wasn't designed with being able to kill Planeswalkers in mind back then. So, like, Planeswalkers were pretty resilient naturally just because, like, a lot of cards just didn't have the ability to actually kill them. Nowadays, they suck. Like, you have to actually be really, like, broken to be a, like, actually expensive and worthwhile Planeswalker to go and buy. Hence why every Planeswalker you see nowadays is like 50 cents and not $10 minimum like it used to be. I guess we keep Storm Surge Kraken. They can't really target it, and if they want to prevent 7 damage to face it, you draw 2 cards. It's fine. And finally, chat. Where is it? Another Morph card with Willbender. 1 and a blue for a 1/2 human wizard creature. Morph for 1 and a blue. Hey, you know what? It's not 3 mana this time. That's good. When Willbender is turned face up, change the target of target spell or ability with a single target. Keep in mind, chat, you have to actually pay 3 first and then 2. 5 mana. To counter a spell. Or not even counter, I guess redirect. So you turn the removal against them. Didn't literal actual redirect exist back then? Am I crazy? Core Set 2011. This is Commander 2014. Magic 2011. Magic 2011. Core Set 2013. They could have just put literal actual redirect in this deck, but they didn't. Get out! Oh my god! Okay, we have 11 creatures left, chat, and even then, it's like pure copium with Breach Leviathan, Frost Titan, Storm Surge Kraken. Ugh. What's next? Aether Gale. 3 blue, 5 mana for a sorcery. Return 6 target non-land permanents to their owner's hands. This is, like, not horrendous, right? Because, I mean, it only costs, like, 1 actual mana if you decide to -1 Teferi. So it's, like, the most busted unsummon ever. 1 mana bounce, 6 non-land permanents. This is actually good. I like this. Right, chat? Actually, good card. Thank you. Hey. Finally getting somewhere. Call to mind. 2 and a blue. 2 mana for a sorcery. Return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Probably the closest thing blue gets to a regrowth, honestly, in their colors. It is 2 mana, not 2, but hey, green players did live by their eternal witness back then. So 2 mana recursion, it's pretty good actually. I like it. Compulsive research, 2 and a blue for a sorcery. Target player draws 3 cards, and then that player discards 2 cards, unless they discard a land card. Call me crazy, chat. I actually like this card. Like, 3 mana draw 3 was super hard to come by back then. Like, 3 mana draw 3 was super hard to come by back then. Like, you still draw 3 cards, but you get to choose between, I guess, 1 or 2 if you drop a land card. I like it. It's some good card selection. Concentrate, 2 blue sorcery, draw 3 cards. It's harmonized. I think it's fine. Could be better, actually. I think it's fine. It's just 4 mana draw 3. Could be 0 almost if you decide to -1 Teferi. Distorting Wake. X blue for a sorcery. Return X target non-land permanents to their owner's hands. Now, chat, I will say, this card was printed originally all the way back in Invasion. So this thing actually is a very flairful include. Like, it does make sense for a time. And like, Teferi as a character. But, Aethergale is 5 mana bounce 6. Distorting Wake has to be 9 mana to bounce 6. That is horrendous. Can't you untap, though? I mean, okay, yeah, you can. But why untap to cast this when you can untap to cast Aethergale instead? Like, it's 5 mana bounce 6 versus 9 mana bounce 6. One of these is far better than the other. So you have more options to bounce? Copium? I'm so fine, actually. Get out. I mean, why have 3 counter spells if you have 1 in the deck already? Next up, our probably only actual finisher in this deck. Hang on. With Rite of Replication, 2 blue for a sorcery, kicker for 5. Create a token. It's a copy of target creature. If this spell was kicked, create 5 of those tokens instead. So what you do, chat, is you don't copy your own things. No. You copy your opponent's things. Because any creature your opponent plays is probably better than whatever the hell you can come up with in your mono blue deck. So you wait for them to play a big threat and then copy it 5 times. That's the play. Good card. Rush of Knowledge. 4 and a blue sorcery. Draw cards equal to the highest mana value among permanents you control. It's good. Teferi cost 6. 5 mana draw 6. It's a good card draw spell. I like it. Cackling counterpart. Cackle. Holy breaching Leviathan value. Real, actually. 5 mana, draw 9. Hey. Cackling counterpart. Cackle. 1 blue for an instant. Hey. Put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of target creature you control. Flashback. Hey. For 5 blue. 7. It's an instant. You can copy Ixodron to turn everything face down again. You can do that. Copy your Breaching Leviathan to tab down everything. Copy your Storm, Surge, Kraken, I guess, to draw more cards. Copy your Sphinx of Adun. Hey. Factor Fiction again. It's a good card. We keep that. It's a good card. We keep that. Next up, chat. The only reason to actually buy this deck back then. Cyclonic Rift. You know it. You know it. You love it. It's a game changer, baby. 1 blue instant. Return target non-land permanent you don't control to its owner's hand. Overload for 6 and a blue. Thank God Teferi got this, because if he didn't, the king, best card in the deck, baby. I don't know what the hell you do if you didn't have this, because, how do you win? Breaching Leviathan or Cyclonic Rift? Call it. Next up, chat. Dismiss. 2 blue instant. Counter target spell, draw a card. It's the 2 best modes of... Cryptic Command. It's the 2 best modes of Cryptic Command. Counter a spell, you draw a card. Might be asking, Bounce Man, why did they just put this in the Precon? Because Cryptic Command back then was like 20 bucks. Can you believe it? 4 mana counter spell, $20. When Dismiss exists. Counter a spell, draw a card. It can trips, I guess. You don't go down card advantage to cast it. But I mean, like, hey. I want to hold. You know, call me crazy. I really don't want to have to hold up 4 mana counter spell in my sea monster deck with Teferi at the helm. What? What? Oh my god. Get out. Domineering Will. 3 and a blue for an instant. Target player gains control of up to 3 target non-attacking creatures until end of turn. Untap those creatures. They block this turn if able. Whoa, hey now. Active Treason is 1 mana to... Active Treason is 3 mana to seal 1 card. Domineering Will is 4 mana to take 3 creatures? Whoa, that's like really good value. I can take 3 creatures and then swing at someone with those 3 creatures? Whoa! That's really good! Bro, 4 mana, instant, not even sorcery, instant. to active treason 3 creatures. That's so good. Oh, what's that? I actually can't swing with those creatures? Why not? They don't gain haste? Wait, so because they don't have haste, I actually can't attack with them? I can only block with them? Oh my god, this card's fine. It's okay. It's a fine combat trick. If you ran like a high market or something, you could sack one of the creatures, but we don't actually have that because, you know, of course not. It's fine. If you're lucky, you can maybe make one of the things you steal actually trade with a thing attacking you. That's pretty good. Also, chat, do you notice something? Do you notice how in the art there is a giant sea monster rising out of the water to actually mind control these 3 fine people here? A kraken, a sea monster, not a sphinx, not Teferi himself, a sea monster. I just find that interesting. You know, I just find it interesting how they chose to depict a sea monster controlling the minds of these 3 people and not Teferi or just like any wizard really, or matter of fact, literally anything else, a sea monster, because that makes sense, right? How strange. How strange. What's next, chat? Exclude. Exclude. 2 in a blue for an instant. 3 mana. Counter target creature spell. Draw a card. Hey! Wait a minute! Guys. It has an actual quote from Teferi on the card. I don't have time for you right now. The OG art also just shows, like, Teferi himself in the card art. I'm not sure why they decided to change the art in the new printing and not include Teferi in the card art when he was in the first one. That's kind of strange. No reason at all, I'm sure. No reason at all, I'm sure. Next up, chat. Oh. Intellectual Offering. I should note, every single one of these decks had one of the offerings in their deck. Freyleys had the green one. Nahiri had the white one. They all had one of the offerings. What does Teferi's do? 4 in a blue, 5 in an instant. Choose an opponent. You and that player each draw 3 cards. Hey. Choose an opponent. Untap all non-land permanents you control and all non-land permanents that player controls. Actually a solid card, I think. Because, okay, so let's say, you know, middle of combat, somebody swings at someone. You can get a little political with them and be like, yo, bro, what if I untapped your blockers right now? And then I drew 3 cards and you drew 3 cards. And by the way, I have insane mana rocks like Dreamstone Hedron and Thran Dynamo, which net me 3. Which, if I tabbed them to cast this, means I get the mana back immediately. So it's only like 2 mana draw 3. And then also you get to untap your blockers to beat your opponent with in combat this turn. Actually a good card if applied properly. I like this. Good card. Next up, Into the Royal. One in blue for an instant. Kicker, 1 in blue. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hands. Hands? Hand. If Into the Royal was kicked, draw a card. So, strangely, chat, Teferi, I don't think, has ever actually been to Zendikar, which is the place the Royal as a concept exists. But you know who has been to Zendikar? Kiora. The Planeswalker with a big affinity to sea monsters. Which this deck actually does have quite a few of in the list. No reason for saying that, by the way. No reason for actually saying that, by the way. I just find that interesting. That's all. Next up, chat, Pongify. 1 blue mana for an instant. Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. Its controller creates a 3/3 green ape creature token. Actually one of Blue's best kill spells. Like, not even joking. Good card. I'm not sure how much sense it makes for it to be in a Teferi deck. But, like, even if it did, like, you play this. You're in mono blue, you play this card. It's good. Why is Kiora Simic anyways? I'm not sure. I actually don't have a good answer for you on that one. I think it's because sea monsters just, like, need ramp, I guess, in order to, you know, in order to like, actually get ramped out at a reasonable time. That's about it. Anyways, what's next, chat? Stroke of Genius. With the Urza Saga art. Again, depicting Urza in the art, who is a friend of Teferi, hey. X2 in a blue. Target player draws X cards. I guess Teferi makes this net you 1 kind of sort of by default. You don't gotta pay the 3 up front. But I mean, if you do that, you're kind of not making use of the instant speed. Did Blue Sun's Zenith exist back then? I don't think it did, right? Blue Sun Zenith was in Mirrodin Besieged? What year did Mirrodin Besieged happen? 2011? And this is Commander 2014. They actually totally could have put this in the Precon instead. Well, he knows Urza, and that's an Urza card, so it should stay. Got me there. Turn to Frog. Why? What? 1 blue instant. Until in a turn, target creature loses all abilities and becomes a blue frog with base power and toughness 1/1. What? Ribbit. Ribbit card. Get out. Just, like, bro, just give me an unsummon. Like, literally, just give me an unsummon. Moving on to artifacts here, chat. Are you serious? You want him to... Oh, wait, hang on. Should I poll it, chat? Fine, you know what? Fine. I'll do it for Kyler in my chat. As it doesn't even... $11K subs at Camp Paul. Bro fell off. Hey, man. Oh, my God. I don't like Turn to Frog. Literally a combat trick in my commander deck. Oh. Ain't looking good. Oh. Turn to Frog. More like turn to... Fraud! Turn to Frog. More like turn to fraud. Get out! Where'd it go? Oh, it's still on sideboard. Cause it's bad. Oh. How strange. Next up, chat, Assault Suit. Why? Four mana for an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, has haste, can't attack you or a planeswalker you control, and can't be sacrificed. Beginning of each post upkeep, you may have that player gain control of equipped creature until in a turn. If you do, untap it. Equip 3. Why? Why? Like, what do you do? Okay, you put it on a Frost Titan? So they can tap your own permanents? Yeah. You put it on a JK, it's got Shroud. On a Sphinx of Uthun, so they can tack. No. No, get out. Commander Sphere. It's ramp. Red monocolor. Arcane Signet did not exist back then. It's fine. Crown of Doom. Three-mana artifact. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, it gets +2/+0 once on a turn. 2 mana. Target player other than Crown of Doom's owner gains control of it. Activate this ability only during your turn. So 5 mana to hot potato someone. Dude, what? This is like the worst. Oh my god. Dude, this is like the worst Pillar Fort effect ever. Okay, so you spend 3 mana and 2 to cast and give this to somebody else. But on their turn, before they attack, they can just spend 2 mana to give it back to you and then swing into you. What? Hello, DJ. Welcome to the stream. Hey, look at that. Is that a YouTube member in my chat? Can I like, wait a minute, hang on, wait. Can I, hello? What? Hey, wait a minute. Is that a YouTube member in my chat? Hey! Did you know? For only $2 a month, you could consider support me directly. If you do, you'll get access to a member-exclusive Discord for you and fellow Bounce Manners. In addition, you'll also get access to member-exclusive emotes such as Ilharg Boom, Pogliana, and Loot Cheems. Big thank you to my YouTube members. I love y'all. $11K subs and can't. Okay, moving on, chat. Crown of Doom. Garbage. Airflowing Chalice. Good card. You can, it is ramp that actually scales with the game. And if it's at 2 or more, you get extra value from your Teferi's -1. Good card. Mind Stone. Ramp. Navinural's Disc. 4-mana artifact. Enters tapped. Pay 1, tap. Destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments, but not planeswalkers. Value. Sapphire Medallion, best card in the deck, you already know. Sky Diamond. We take what we can in mono blue, I guess. Soul Ring, it's Soul Ring. Swiftfoot Boots, hey, good card. Hexproof and Haste. Kinda lame to have a board you. Kinda lame to have a board up you can. Kinda lame to have a board up you need 1 turn to play, except not really, because you can -1 Teferi to untap it in the same turn. Peak value right there. Thran Dynamo. Teferi, I think, did know the Thran. Therefore, it makes sense. Copium. Tormod's... This is a Mox? 0-mana artifact. Tap. Sacrifice Tormod's Crypt. Exile all cards from target player's graveyard. It's basically a mock Sapphire, guys. Come on now. Zoom in an artifact, taps to do something. Hey. Get out. But Bounce Man, the graveyard hate. No. No. We are in mono blue. We have bigger problems than graveyard hate. Oh, what's that? You're afraid of the rise of the Dark Realms? Bro, you're in mono blue. Just counter it. Just counter it, bro. What are you talking about? Unstable Obelisk. 3 mana ramp. They gotta pay 7 to destroy a permanent. No. Golem's Eye. 4 mana artifact. Tap it to add 2. Okay. I'm like so fine actually. I think. Soul Ring but balance. I mean, yeah, true. I guess to be fair, there weren't really a whole lot of like rocks that actually tap for more than 1 mana back then. Like, I don't think Legion Archive existed back then, so we couldn't actually use that. You know what? I guess it's fine. It's not great. Make it work. Worn Power Stone. Golem's Eye, but for 1 less mana air's tapped. It's a good card. Moving on to enchantments, chat. Fool's Demise. What's this thing do? 4 and a blue for an enchantment aura. Is it half aura though? Enchant creature. When enchant creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control. When Fool's Demise is put into a grave in the battlefield, return Fool's Demise to its owner's hand. So, 5 mana, do nothing. But hey! If the creature dies, not only do you get to take control of it, you get to cast Fool's Demise again! Hey! Absolute garbage. What? What? They'll be like, oh yeah, man. Fool's Demise is a great menacing for your mono blue. No. Bro. Control Magic. A 4 mana aura that straight up stole a creature forever was printed in Alpha. Alpha! The very first set of the game. 4th edition. We got modern day art with what is this? Commander 2013. It was literally in the last Commander Precons before this one. But no. You give me Fool's Demise. What the hell is this? Where'd it come from? Where'd it go? Time Spiral. Garbage. Get out. Next up, chat, Infinite Reflection. Five and a blue for an enchantment aura creature. 5 and a blue for an enchantment aura. Enchant creature. When this aura enters attached to a creature, each other non-token creature you control becomes a copy of that creature. Non-token creatures you control enters a copy of enchanted creature. You know what? What creature are we enchanting? You're Breaching Leviathan, I guess. Just tap down the whole board every turn. I guess that'll win, right? Make everything a Breaching Leviathan in my, by the way, Teferi deck. Yeah? I mean, it'll win, but the flavor's not great. Because again, why the hell is the Teferi Precon full of sea monsters? I guess it works. Oh, no, never mind. You're so right, actually, Kyler. Doesn't work. Or actually, or no, wait. Oh, wait, okay, if I cast a creature, it enters as a copy of Breaching Leviathan. No, hang on, wait. God, I did not just... Breaching Leviathan. When it enters, if you cast from your hand. Because it implies the card itself. But Infinite Reflection says non-token creatures you control enter as a copy of enchanted creature. So if I cast a random creature, I still cast it. It just becomes Breaching Leviathan. Hang on, wait. Does this work? Hang on. No, that's the wrong thing. They enter as it, not cast. But the creature that enters was cast. Like here. Like chat. Okay, so clone. The card clone, right? You may have clone enter as a copy of any creature on the field. It enters as the Breaching Leviathan, but you still cast the clone. As long as you cast it beforehand and didn't, like, make a token copy, like with Cackling Counterpart, I believe it still works with Infinite Reflection. Because Reflection and Leviathan. Either way, 15 mana make everyone concede. I'm pretty sure this works. If I'm wrong, somebody in the comments, please correct me. Also, chat, how's the audio? I actually did mess around audio settings since last stream, and I tried to make it better. Hopefully I sound a little bit cleaner this time and not so echoey. I'm not sure though. It's kind of up to chat to decide if the new audio is better or worse than previous content. I did do some tweaking with my audio settings on my OBS. And finally, chat, well of ideas. Five and a blue, 6 mana for enchantment. When Well of Ideas enters, draw 2 cards. At the beginning of each other player's draw step, that player draws an extra card. Beginning of your draw step, draw 2 extra cards. Ooh. So it enters it, you draw 2. On every other player's draw step, they draw 1. And on your turn to get 2. So after 1 full turn cycle, every other player drew 1 and you've drawn 4. Group Hug, that is better at hugging yourself. It's a cool card. I like it. Is it good? When was Recurring Insight printed? Rise of the Eldrazi, which is the same set that I think Lorthos was printed in, right? Or is that wrong? No, Zendikar, which was, I think, the set before it. Or no, 2 sets before it. I think, right? Yeah. Either way, the freaking alternate cosmics here. Anyways, Recurring Insight. 4 blue for a sorcery, 6 mana. Draw cards equal to number of cards in target opponent's hand. Rebound. If you cast this spell from your hand, exile it as it resolves. Exile it as it resolves. Beginning of your next upkeep, you may cast this card from exile without paying its mana cost. So for 6 mana, you can cast Well of Ideas, draw 3 cards, or draw 4 cards and have every other opponent draw 1 card after a single turn cycle. Or cast Recurring Insight and draw 5 now, and maybe 4 or 5 more on your next turn. 6 mana, draw 10-ish, help no opponents. Or 6 mana, draw 4, help all your opponents. What do you prefer, chat? What do you prefer, huh? What do you prefer in your mono blue deck? Oh, what's that? You don't want to help your opponents? Oh. How strange. Get out. Moving on to lands, chat. Hey, you know what? I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 tap lands. It's good enough for me. But you know what I don't like? A 5 mana Rampant Growth. Pay 3 now and 2 later to net 1 mana with Zoetic Cavern. Hey, get out. Coral Atoll. Karoo Land. When Coral Atoll enters, sacrifice it unless you return an untapped island you control to its owner's hand. Garbage. You know what, chat? If I'm being real, I thought we'd cut way more cards. Like, I think in Kalia we cut like 40 plus cards, and here we only cut 25. Which is still bad. Don't get me wrong, that's still horrendous. But that is way better than the Kalia Precon. But even then, like, there are still cards here that don't make sense. Why is Teferi trying to, like, be Kiora? What is with all the sea monsters, bro? What is going on with this? Like, the flavor is bad. It's a bunch of random Krakens for no reason. Like, Teferi's whole thing is being a time mage. Like, dude, even if you didn't want to, like, run Recurring Insight, Future Sight would have made a ton of sense for Teferi as a character. He is a Chronomancer. His whole thing is being wacky woohoo with time shenanigans. And yet there's nothing here that, like, showcases that. I mean, you can make big plays because of his -1. That's cool. That's great. It's awesome. Love that. Then, like, give me time stretch, bro. Wow, that's really bad. Holy. 11K subs and can't type. Time stretch. Like, bro, this would have been, like, a really good include in my Teferi deck. Would have made a whole lot of sense. A whole lot of sense. But no. Of course not. Can we add Time Walk? I wish. If you got, like, 10K to spare, sure, go for it, I guess. So, chat, you know, we could sit here and do, like, actual upgrades for this deck, but, I mean, like, honestly, what is the point? Right? Like, this deck was made in 2014, and even though we only cut 25 cards, honestly, even the ones we kept could have probably been cut anyways, just for the sake of trying to actually, I don't know, make it good. As opposed to resorting to, like, having, like, just okay cards. So, you know what? I think, chat, instead, what we should do is completely remaster as Precon. Rather than sit here and go through upgrades for a mediocre Precon, how about we actually remaster it and make it actually good? And not this extremely weird, like, sea monster. No, dude, seriously, I'm sorry. I can't get over this. What is with, like, the 7 sea monsters in my Teferi deck? The Sphinxes make sense. Those make sense. I like those. Those make sense for Teferi. What is with the Breaching Leviathan, the Lorthos the Tidemaker, the Reef Worm, the Phyrexian Ingester in my Teferi deck? He literally fought Phyrexia. Why? It's fine. You know what? It's okay. So you know what, chat? I will once again take up the mantle of intern and remaster the Peer Through Time Precon. Me and you, together with chat, we can do this. We can make the Peer Through Time Precon actually interesting. Copy this. Duplicate. Actually, no, don't duplicate, actually. No. I actually do want to, hang on. I do want to, have the old list to turn to, just in case. Alright, Peer Through Time, chat. Hello? Okay, there we go. Hey, this thing is called Peer Through Time, so you want Krakens, right? No, I don't, actually. So, chat. First up, the most important thing of any deck. Card draw. Let's get it out of the way. Honestly, the card draw suite of the OG Precon was not terrible. Like, Rush of Knowledge makes sense. Concentrate is a fine card draw spell. Like, the card draw really wasn't that bad. But I do want to try and run card draw that I think actually makes sense for Teferi as a character. So right off the bat, I think Future Sight makes a lot of sense. We want to have a lot of cards that actually embody Teferi's emphasis on being able to manipulate and mess with time. I think anything with Rebound or Suspend also makes a lot of sense for Teferi as well. We said Recurring Insight. The rebound does make sense. And any kind of spell that like, I think any kind of spell that has the ability to like loop itself or be cast again at a later point in time does fit the character of Teferi a lot. So we'll add this in there. And by extension, chat, I think Ancestral Vision makes a lot of sense too, right? Because it's suspended. And we did say with the OG list that Deep Sea Kraken, while a terrible card and once again a strange suspend card, the suspend did make it kind of make somewhat sense. Because again, suspend, time shenanigans, makes sense. Cast through time for sure. So yes, I agree with you, but we'll get there. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. I need to make sure that the deck building process is streamlined for the sake of editing. All right, what other card draw can we think of, chat, that makes sense for Teferi as a character? Honestly, I think Rush of Knowledge just made a lot of sense. Or didn't make a lot of sense, but it's just a really good card. It's 5 mana, draw 6 with Teferi out. It's good. Telling Time. Ooh. Look at the top cards of your library. Put one in your hand, one on top, and one on bottom at instant speed. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good cantrip too. Yeah, I like that actually. It is not card advantage, I should note, because you're not going up in cards, but it's still just a like thematic spell for him. If I just type in time, what do I get? Oh. Okay. I mean, come on now. We gotta run that, right? In my Teferi deck, yeah. What else is there? There's Teferi's Time Twist. This is a blank spell. I'm fine, actually. I am fine to run cards that were printed after 2014. Because I mean, this is a Precon remaster. So this is a Precon remaster. So you want power creep to actually be caught up with what the deck is supposed to be doing. I think it's a pretty fair thing to say. Teferi Master of Time, I guess. Okay, chat. Is this copium? Is this copium? Is it copium to say that running multiple different Teferis in your Teferi Precon makes sense? Because since he's a time planeswalker, he'd be able to go and like summon different versions of himself from the past or future. Is that copium? Or does that make sense? W Doctor Strange. Yeah, man, let's do it. Yeah. It makes sense. Copium. Teferi has the ability to mess with time. Therefore, having my Teferi Precon be full of different versions of Teferi makes flavor sense. What other, like, mono blue Teferis are there? Time Reversal, chat. Oh, we gotta run that. Come on. It's Time Twister. It's budget Time Twister, chat. It's good. Also, the art is sick. The art is very cool. Come on now. There is Timeless Voyager. Timeless Voyager? Did I miss it? Oh, Teferi Timeless Voyager. And I think we can do better. 6 mana plus 1, just draw a card isn't that great. I don't think. I think we can do better. Temporal Pilgrim. This one makes sense. Whenever you draw a card, put a counter on him, can make creatures. And his ult's pretty good. And his ult's pretty good too, actually. He is $3. I like him. Oh wait, I'm being dumb. Okay, so that's how much card draw? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go like at least 2 more, chat. 2 more decent card draw spells. What else is there? Holy, okay. Might be here a while. Arcanus? Does Arcanus make sense? Surely not, right? Or does he? He could be pretty cheap with Teferi out, right? Just like only 2 mana down for the turn. Because -1 makes him count only cost 2, right? Gods go whole turn cycle though. Oh. There you go. Maybe not. Because, like, we need, like, good creatures, right? I'm not sure we want to go all in on this being, like, an instant and sorcery deck. Precognitive Perception. Three blue, instant. Draw 3 cards. Addendum. If you cast a spell during your main phase, instead scry 3 and then draw 3 cards. To control the present, we must master the future. Absolute cinema. I'll add that. I like that. There's also Archmage's Charm too. No. Archmage's Charm. If I'm being honest, I actually kind of don't like this card. I think it's like super mid. But Archmage, hey, his name literally has Archmage in the name. It is a instant speed divination that's also a counter spell. I think it's fine. Do you play a Tempsis? Does a Tempsis make sense here? Okay, I do think Sphinxes do make a decent amount of sense for Teferi as a character. Let's do that later though. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. Brain Geyser. and revise. No, don't do that. I mean, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ew. No, switch printing. Oh, bro, wait! Bro, wait, hang on, wait. Bro, Archmage's Charm literally has a printing of Teferi staff and reflection in the card art. Come on. It was meant to be, bro. It was meant to be. I want one more solid card draw spell. Makes sense for him, I think. Just one more. I get there was the Consecrated Sphinx with Teferi in the art, right? Didn't Teferi get his own secret lair? I'm not crazy, right? No. That's not okay, never mind. I guess I'm... What was this from? Because there was, hang on. There was this layer drop where all the cards like depicted Teferi in the art. Which one was this? They don't say number 164. Okay. Can I actually view all cards from this drop? No, I can't. Okay. Brain Surge. It is a good card draw spell. I might just add in this, honestly. Like what is it? Like the layer drop printing. I can only glimpse the future. These little ones will bring it about. I swear this is supposed to be a Teferi card. I can't prove it. Maybe I can in editing, but right now I can't. I'm gonna add that. We need some good reprints anyways, right? Beyond Cyclonic Rift. Add in some game changers. Ugh. We have to ferry into command zone. We can power it out anyways. It's also, like... Strangely, this one is actually super cheap. Like, this printing is going for $32, but all the other ones are going for, like, 37, 36, 33. Like, the actual drop is going for less than the other ones, which is not what I expected. Do we want Brain Surge too? Just why not? I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We probably do need one actually cheap card draw spell, right? I mean, these are all like 5 mana plus. We'll go Brain Surge too. Why not? We'll have one cheap card draw spell here. It's not 5 mana plus. Okay, so that's card draw. How about ramp, chat? I mean, this one's easy, right? I do think the designers had the right idea in mind about having like the big rocks to untap with Teferi's -1. So I'm gonna say 3 Dynamo. I'm gonna say Gilded Lotus and not Dreamstone Hedron, because I don't think it makes sense for a Hedron to be in my Teferi deck. I know, call me crazy. Soul Ring, you already know. It's Soul Ring, it's great. Sapphire Medallion. It's also good. Sky Diamond, because, you know. Not that printing, though. Hell no. Look, man, it's a 2-mana rocket that adds blue mana. We need that. There's also Midnight Clock, which I know some bounce manners are hardcore believers of. Mind Stone, because he messes with the mind. Holy copium. Yeah, man, let's do it. Sure. Golems, I know. The Chalice. I actually like the Chalice. Oh, and you know what, chat? Coalition Relic, because he was in the Coalition. He was a part of the Coalition. So Coalition Relic is actually a flavor win. He was actually part of the Coalition, right? I'm not crazy. I'm not, like, making that up. That's actually true. I'm pretty sure it is. That's 8 ramp spells. We could add Myriad Landscape too, honestly. I think Myriad Landscape is just like a solid card in general in monocolor decks. It ramps you on your opponent's turn. I think it's fine. Wayfarer's Bauble, because Teferi is super old, and he has wayfared a lot in his life, simply due to his old age. Copium. Oh, you know what, chat? For ramp, we could also play As Foretold. You know why? Because A, it puts a time counter on the enchantment, Copium. But also, since his whole thing is that he is a time mage, he can tell the future. So it's not foretold as in like foretold to prophecy, but rather foretold because Teferi just knows what's gonna happen because he can see in the future. Maximum Copium. That is 11 ramp spells. Let's get one more in here. We can do like What else is there, chat? I need one more decent ramp spell. Eye of Ramos. I guess that is a flavor win in a weird way, right? Because he was around during Ramos's time. It's also just like a weird commander sphere, right? Because why do you hate Midnight Clock so much? Okay, so my thing is with this card is that I don't like how I don't get to control when the ramp happens. Like, it is ramp that sticks for only 3 turns, and then I have to essentially dump my hand, because if I don't, I'm gonna lose cards. I get max value if I'm empty-handed. It's not a bad card by any means. I also don't think the flavor is great because it's a Nuka Penna card, which Teferi has absolutely not visited. Also, actually, it puts hour counters on the card, not time counters. Actually. I like Eye of Ramos kind of, sort of, ish. It makes somewhat math sense, but do I... You know what, sure. Yeah. You never know. You might need that extra 1 blue mana in a pinch, you don't know. Because you can tap it to add blue, and then sack it after you've tapped it to add another blue. So if you're in a tight spot, you know, you need 1 more mana to pull off your Preaching Leviathan Infinite Reflection combo. There you go. Oh, Thought Vessel. Oh yeah, actually, you're right. True, Teferi has thoughts, W. Thought Vessel, because Teferi thinks. Teferi is canonically not brain dead. Therefore, Thought Vessel makes sense. That'd be 13 mana spells now, right? Sure. Okay, we'll go with that. Also, somebody mentioned running cantrips in this deck, like Preordain, Ponder, and all them. I was gonna say no at first, but like the more I think about it, the more sense it actually makes, I think, because A, cantrips do kind of actually manage to... Cantrips do allow you to actually control what you draw, which could be interpreted as seeing the future. Copium. And also... with As Foretold, ew, not this printing, ew, no, no, change that. With As Foretold in our deck, with a single time counter, we can actually start casting our cantrips for free, which is pretty good. So we gotta add the good ones, you already know. Preordain, Ponder, Brainstorm, and I think Opt actually has a version with Teferi on the card. Yeah, hi, can I please get a good... Here we go, thank you. Ponder. Not Emanatsu. Hell nah. Ponder, Brainstorm, and Opt. Yeah, Foundations. There's one with there's one with Teferi. Literally, it has Teferi's name mentioned in flavor text. It's good, makes sense. Let me add 37 islands as placeholders. Spider-Man, Ponders, Multiverses, and Teferi deals with time, which does multiverses. I'm so fine, actually. You might be on a higher plane of thinking than the rest of us. Okay, so that is the card draw, ramp, and some cantrips done as well. Now, we need the main portion of our deck. The main, you know, the meat and potatoes of our deck list, of our precon here. We have 32 slots left, chat. So the question is, how do we want to win? There's a Teferi land. It's bad. Wait, is there actually? Wait. Oh, wait. We gotta run this, right? We have to play this. We have to. There's no way. Come on now. I'm just going to throw that in there real quick. Teferi's Isle. It's fine. It's part of the reserve list. We're not allowed to run this. No! Oh my god. It's got phasing and tabs for double blue. Ancient Tomb, eat your heart out. So how do we want to win, chat? I think Sphinxes actually do make a lot of sense for him. But also, we're getting expensive kind of in terms of main value here. We did mention cash through time. Big sea creatures, obviously. No, bro, please. What did the Precon have? Okay, first of all, Cyclonic Rift. That card alone is just a really good Wrath. Cyclonic Rift. This card alone is just a really good board wipe, and it was in the OG Precon. We run this. I'm not adding a freaking sea creature, bro. No, I'm not doing that. Maybe, okay, you know what? Maybe one for the callback. Just maybe, okay? Maybe just one. Ninjas? Hee-ha! Maybe? Oh, there's the creature version too. Creature cards you own that aren't on battlefield with flash. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they cast sorcery. It does have flash too, right? And again, does fit our sub-theme of like, hey, since Teferi is a time wizard, he would canonically be able to go and grab past and future versions of himself to help him fight in present day. We run that, right, chat? Copium? Oh, wait. It's just Mage, I think. Mage of Zalfir. Hey. There's not actually any good ninjas in Mono Blue, right? There's no way. Cast through time. I suppose that card does make sense, huh? There's nothing here. There's nothing here. No. Disruptive student is a timeline thing too. Oh yeah. Teferi is a kid. Teferi is a kid. Okay, so yes, but I'm afraid that W Windfall exists a fairy in the art. Wait, does it actually? I'm gonna say no on this because this might be a little too troll picky. Like too much of a troll of a pick. To fill your mind with knowledge, you must start by emptying it. Is there an older version than this? I don't think this is Teferi. Or is it? Do we know if this is Teferi? I'm not sure it is. Also, we already have a lot of card draw anyways. So I'm gonna say no on that. Also, we will draw a lot of cards in this deck. I'm not sure I want to cast Windfall and give my opponents like 15 cards. It'd be funny though. Let's do, okay, so I think, so cast through time, right? Gives your spells rebound. That is very on flavor, I think, with Teferi. The question is, I think, right? The question is, what spells are we playing then? Right? Let's add it. Because I do think it's just a cool card, honestly. And could be a pretty cool win con, I think. I mean, you know, you copy a Cyclonic Rift. Except not really, because it won't overload again. That's not how that works. Okay, so modal spells, right? Outrageous Charm. You can counter something, but then on your next upkeep, cast it to get the draw mode, right? That's kind of cool. So, are there blue instants that lets you choose modes? Amazing acrobatics. Ugh. Hell nah. Hell nah. Guys! Cryptic Command! It's actually good now! Because it's not Dismiss. Wow, who'd have guessed? It's also an actual removal spell, too. That's pretty good. Defabricate? I guess this makes sense, right? I mean, this was printed in the Burrow's War, and it lets you... Well, I mean, you only get value for casting this off of cast through time, right? Yeah. Confounding Riddle is pretty cool. Confounding Riddle? Oh. Look at top part 1 of your hand or counter a spell unless its controller pays for. Maybe. That's kind of cool. Gifts ungiven. Want to add a third game changer to our Precon? No, don't do that. Rebound is on your upkeep. Okay. Mystic Confluence. Come on, we gotta add that, right? Counter spells, draws cards, or bounces things. Return all creature tokens to their owner's hands, or return all non-token creatures to his owner's hands. I guess, like, any actual board wipe is pretty good here, right? With Teferi as a commander. Because it won't bounce him. And then cast through time means you get to wipe the board. It's like you wipe the board and then your opponents just can't play creatures for a whole turn. Because if they do, they just get their boards wiped again. If they're gonna need creatures, I agree. I do agree with you. I'm afraid, dude. Oh my god. Like, this is the issue with blue, right? Their top end cards actually can be pretty good, but it's actually getting there That's the issue. What was the actual OG Precon's mana curve? You know what? We're fine. We're fine, actually. We're so chill. It's a lot of 5-drops, though. Oof. We need some creatures. So Sphinx, you want Sphinxes, right? I don't even, dude, I don't, We do have, Consecrate Sphinx and Teferi Mage of Zalfir. Sphinx Tribal, we want to do that? Let me finish off the whole, like, choose, different things. C double. 2 blue instant. This spell can't be copied. Choose one. If an opponent has 8 or more cards in the graveyard, you may choose both. Copy target spell and or create a token to copy target creature. That was in the Martian Machine. School days? No, I'm not putting a Spider-Man card in here. I get the flavor. I get it. I'm not doing that. So C double, chat. So if we have multiple, what is it? Multiple rebound triggers. We could cast this one second and then copy the spell we're rebounding, while also getting a token copy of a creature. We could do that. Maybe. Ooh, wait. Yo, chat. If we copy this, or I guess rebound it, that's good, right? Or is that copium? Is that copium? I'm not sure. Because, like, you wouldn't be able to counter a spell or an ability on your upkeep. You just get to bounce a thing and make a copy of a creature and then draw a card, I guess. Also, what are we copying? Yeah, okay, no, we actually do need creatures. We really need creatures. There's nothing here. Okay. Are there any, like, cool wizards? I think wizards make sense for the Teferi, right? As a commander. I think wizards make a whole lot of sense for Teferi. Okay, let me actually turn off commons. Aether Channeler. We'll throw him in here. He's fine. He's okay. Teferi probably messed with the Aether, right? Copium. Azure Mage, chat. Ugh. Battlefield Thaumaturge. Thaumaturge. For each creature it targets, which cast spells would not get the value from. No, don't do that. Great Conjurer Adept and Omniscience Lamau. Show and tell deck. Could be worse, honestly. Curse Catcher, no. Daring Apprentice, chat. Sack them to counter a spell. Suicide. Disciple of the Ring? That's a Vryn card. For 5 mana, I think I'm fine. Oh, God. See, chat? This the issue. Playing mono blue. Fate Spinner! Yo! On each opponent's upkeep, that player chooses draw step, main phase, or combat phase. The player skips each instance of the chosen step or phase this turn. And that's time shenanigans, bro. We do that. We do that. That makes sense. Fate Spinner makes so much sense, bro. Flux Channeler? To just, like, turbo Teferi up to his ultimate? Maybe? Could also get more counters on as foretold, I suppose. Which isn't horrendous. Maybe not. I don't know. Do we like Flux Channeler, chat? Or is that too cringe? It kind of makes sense to think, right? Because, like, you know what? I'll throw her in for now. She might come out later. Because I think if there's not enough counter stuff in the deck list, we'll cut her out then. Glenelendra Archmage. I don't know. Hercule, the character Hercule, with this absolute wall of text. 1 blue. On your end step, if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, reveal the top 5 cards of your library. For each card type among non-creature spells you cast this turn, may put a card of that type from unveiled cards in your hand. This is card draw. I don't need this. We don't need card draw. But you can proliferate the Glenelendra. You can proliferate the Glenelendra Archmage -1/-1 counters of flux. To kill her faster? I mean, yeah, I guess. Jalira? Master Polymorphist? No. Lier? Spells can't be countered? I'm so fine, actually. Magus of the oh my god, dude. This is looking... Master of the Waves. Okay, here we go. That's something. Right? Is he good here? Just like a beater? He makes some tokens. If we copy him, that's good, right? Hey. Protection from red. I'm adding that. I don't care. It's a good clone target. And while we're at it, I need to add Rites of Replication because it's a good finisher. Dude, I don't just. We need like an in between, man. We can't just shove our mono blue deck full of Sphinxes. We can't just shove our mono blue deck full of Sphinxes and say, "Oh yeah, man, it's fine." Who needs a mana curve? The bond, no. No. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute, hang on, wait. But no, that's cringe. Ret Tomb Mystic, give your creature cycling for no. Do not do that. This card is really cool, but I have no idea how on earth you'd ever make it actually good. Serendib Sorcerer. Hey, okay, wait a minute. Can make a creature, any creature, 0 to its own turn. That's kind of good, actually. I like that. Just instant speed, make any creature a 0-2. It can't do anything. We still going? Of course, bro. Of course. We are remastering the deck now. We are remastering the deck now. Sigil Tracer? We have like only 7 wizards. Smirking Spelljacker. 5 mana flash, just exile a spell, and then you cast it. It's a Djinn Wizard Rogue. You know what? I think Djinns actually do make somewhat amount of sense for the Teferi. I like her. Throw her in here. She's cool. And Teferi does make our spell. Teferi does net 4 mana for a turn as well. Sower of Temptation. Oldie but goodie. I guess if I copy this with the right, I just get to steal 5 creatures, right? Until someone casts a board wipe, that is. That's not great. I guess if I just copy this 5 times with replication right, I can just steal 5 creatures. That's probably good. So how to make this deck? I'm trying to play more into the theme of Teferi as a character, because the OG deck had like made 0 flavor sets of Teferi as a character. We had like sea monsters as it was a Kiora deck. Now I'm trying to do like, it's pretty much just like more flavorful stuff. And the end game, our late game, rather than being a bunch of just like random sea monsters, is actually good spells. Like, I think they had the right idea with right replication, but we fumbled the bag hard with other random sea monsters. Like, the Sphinxes also make sense as well. I'm just gonna say it. We probably add in Time Stretch just as a finisher. I mean, come on, dude, it's Time Stretch. You think Teferi wouldn't be able to play Time Stretch? Come on now. It's literally in Dominaria Remastered. I'm gonna add Sower too, actually. We're not running no Fool's Demise in this Precon. Hell no. Talrand Sky Summoner. Is Talrand good here, chat? Does Talrand make any amount of sense? Does Talrand make any amount of sense in this deck at all? Does Talrand make any amount of sense in this deck at all? 8 sorceries, 10 instants. Need to add the OG counterspell? You know what? Sure. I mean, obviously, come on now. It's counterspell. Yes, he is a sea creature. Does have good synergy with cast 2 times suppose, right? Yeah. Oh, you know what? You know what, chat? We need... He fits with the fishing and Kiora themes. No. You know what we need, chat, for a big finisher? We need Mnemonic Deluge. Exile. Target instant or source card from graveyard. Copy that card 3 times. You may cast the copies without paying their mana costs. Exile. Mnemonic Deluge. What do you think about making the Precon using only cards printed at time released? So I did acknowledge this earlier. I think doing that kind of serves no purpose. Because, like, you, a player in the year of 2025, I, as a content creator, do not want to present to you a upgraded Precon that decides to, like, limit itself to cards from only that year before. Because if I did that, there's a chance that somebody goes out and buys that list and then realize, hey, wait a minute, this deck sucks. Because power creep exists and has made it so that no matter what I build, using cards from only 2014 and before, I'm just gonna lose. Because the power creep in the year of 2025 will just pub stomp me, no matter what I build. So, like, yes, I could. So, like, yes, I could do that, and have a more historically accurate depiction of what a at the time actually good list would look like. But I don't gain anything. But, like, you, the viewer, don't gain anything from that. Like, this is more so supposed to be a remaster. Like, they had the Commander Anthology products, right? Where they took 4 decks from 4 different Commander releases and put them all together. this is kind of supposed to be like that if the lists were actually good and up to par and not just like one-to-one reprints of those exact deck lists. I understand I probably didn't do the best job explaining that. I apologize. Anyways, Pneumonic Deluge. Good card! Like I don't want to present to you the idea of a deck that's like, oh, hey, look, I fixed this deck. But then you buy it and realize, oh, wait, this deck is still bad because it only uses cards from that era. And as a result, it has to compete with modern day power creep. So, Pneumonic Deluge. I did add it, right? I'm not... Okay. What are we copying with this? Time stretch takes 6 extra turns. Okay. That's pretty funny. Recurring Insight, draw 1 million cards. Ooh! The OG Precon had Aether Gale. This card's actually good. 5 mana bounce 6 things. It's only 1 mana for return if you use Teferi's -1. Bounce 18 non-land permanents. What else is there? There is Expropriate, which, by the way, just got removed from the Commander Game Changer list. Finally, blue players are allowed to run actual win cons again. Thank you, Gavin. Do we add a card effect like Propaganda? I did think about it, and I think the answer is no. Add Jin-Gitaxias. It's flavorful because he is blue. Yeah? He does look sick as hell. But I raise you this. He is a Phyrexian, the very thing Teferi sought to destroy. Oh my god, this card's terrible! I think I want to add a Aether Adept. The other wizard that bounces creatures. Just as like a little more of a mid-game. We have 13 slots left. Teferi's Talent. I did consider that. Enchant Planeswalker. Wait a minute. This is literally... Wait, -12 to get the exact emblem that our commander already gives us? Which I get at -10? Very flavorful. I mean, okay, sure, I guess. Schmirking Spelljacker. Real quick. It's funny. It is funny. So chat, call me crazy. I kind of want to add Discontinuity. Just cause it's an actual time stop effect in our deck that is somewhat playable. Like, bro, it's Teferi. He is a time mage. I could run time stop. Like, just hard time stop. But Discontinuity is an actual, like, power creep version of time stop. I want to add this. Is it good? Probably not. But come on, bro. It makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, are there any good, like... Are there good Sphinxes we can run? I did say the Sphinxes actually did make sense in the OG Precon. I did like them. They did make some amount of sense. Attempsis. Bro, with how many cards we draw, she could totally swing and just kill someone. Right? Whenever Attempsis deals damage to an opponent, you may reveal your hand. If cards with at least 6 different mana values are revealed this way, that player loses the game. This works, right? This is actually good. I'm gonna add her. Just start killing people with her. It's also a alternative commander in our remastered Precon. We had Alondra. 2 blue. Whenever you draw a second card each turn, create a 2/2 blue Drake creature with flying. I'm gonna say no, because unfortunately Teferi's +1 does not count as drawing. If it did, 100% I would, but since it is not, I think it's kind of not great here. Forge of Heroes, maybe? I want to finish off the main portion of the deck first, though. Dazzling Sphinx. So, chat, funny story. So, Dazzling Sphinx, whenever this creature deals damage to a player, that player exiles cards from the library, so you exile an instant sorcery card. You may cast the card paying its mana cost. Then that player puts the exiled cards that weren't cast this way on the bottom of the library in random order. So if we hit someone and cast one of their spells, and we have cast through timeout, their spell gets rebound on our field. That's kind of funny. I do like that. I like Dazzling Sphinx. I'm not sure how much flavor sense it makes. Excuse me, what? Because you cast a spell from their deck, and then it gets rebound because of cast through time. That's pretty funny. Defiler of Dreams. Ugh, hell no. Quantum Riddler, that's the space card. That's probably not good. Space card. Oh! Sphinx of Forgotten Lore, chat. 2 blue, 3/3 flying flash. Whenever this creature attacks, target instant or switch card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost. 50 cents. It's a Sphinx and recursion. Hey! I like that, chat. Also, Sphinx of the Second Sun. 6 blue, 8 mana flying. The beginning of each of your post-combat main phases, there's an additional beginning phase after this phase. The beginning phase includes the untap, upkeep, and draw steps. That's more like time shenanigans, right? This card makes sense for him. I know it is an Amonkhet card, which isn't great, but like, come on. That makes sense. Right? You get 2 untapped steps in a turn, so it's like a mana doubler almost. Kind of. And it's extra phases. I'm gonna add that. Also, wait, how does this work? Wait. How does Sphinx of the Second Sun work if you have copies of it? Like, if we kicked right replication on the Sphinx, do we get 5 extra beginning phases? Does that happen? Bro, wait a minute. Wait a second. Does that work? Honor warn Shaku to tap our Teferi. There's also Relic of Legends too, right, by extension. Oh, JK. Has to be a creature. An untap permanent to untap the Honor warn Shaku. You know what? Sure. This deck is actually looking to be pretty expensive mana wise, so maybe adding one more ramp spell doesn't hurt here. How many counters do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably like 3-ish more. Let's add Negate. It's a cool card. Not that printing. It's very color pip intensive. Is it? I think it's fine. Also, Spelljacker as well, to, like, take their spell. There's that as well. Give me some more of your favorite, counter spells, chat. I need, like, 2 more. We're at 5 right now. I guess 6 if you count the, Smirking Spelljacker. We have some bounce effects of creatures as well. But I do think we need, like, 1 or 2 more good counter spells. Oh, you know what? The ones that untap lands. Because, haha, funny, untap represents time shenanigans. So, rewind and unwind. There we go. That's the move. Alright, I have 4 card slots left, chat. So our main finishers are a kicked right replication, time stretch, a Sphinx of the Second Sun as a mana doubler to start going crazy. A Tempsys can just kill people. That's pretty funny. And Mnemonic Deluge copying like a Mystic Confluence is probably insane, right? You know what? I did mention this earlier. Do we like Sublime Epiphany, chat? Do we like this in this deck? It would be an amazing target for Mnemonic Deluge, right? Counters a spell, counters an ability, bounces something, draws a curve, and makes a token copy of a creature. Yes, we do. How's our mana curve looking? Our mana curve is all over the place, to be honest. We are slow in typical mono blue fashion. The card art looks so good. True, it does. Okay. Sublime Epiphany. And you know what, chat? We can also run... We can also run Savor the Moment as an overcosted explorer. That also does fancy time shenanigans and also does give us a extra activation of Teferi. I do. We have the phasing of Zalfir. That is on theme, actually. Wait. Oh. 11k subs and can't spell it correctly. 2 blue beat ahead. Chapters 1 and 2. Another target non-land permanent phases out. It can't phase in for as long as you control the phasing of Zalfir. Chapter 3. Destroy all creatures. For each creature destroyed this way, its controller creates a 2/2 black Phyrexian creature token. I mean, Teferi did literally phase out Zalfir, so that probably makes sense, right? Yeah. I did it again. Okay, chat. I have 1 card slot left. I have 1. Actually, you know what? JK, too, because I think Flux Channeler is not good. Cut this. Fleeting Reflections. Target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. Untap that creature. Until end of turn, it becomes a copy of the one other target creature. This is a cool card. I'm not sure how much good it does in this deck, though. I mean, you can make your Sphinx into one of your, like, whatever cringe wizards, like Aether Adept and the Aether Channeler. There's Master of Waves, too, as well, just as, like, I'll be honest, he's kind of off flavor, but, you know, he's a wizard. If we target this with a right notification, we can get 5 copies of it and then get 1,000,000 5/1 elementals. Or no, 6/5 elementals. Yeah, that's good. Right? Copium? Is that Copium? We need to include Zalfir and Void. I agree, actually. For flavor. Two slots. Let me actually start tagging stuff just so we can actually more easily understand what our deck does. No, I'm not. Stop. My chat is rage baiting me. I'm not adding sea creatures. Targeted interaction. Enable tags. This is all mana ramp, right? Yeah. Mentor's guidance copied? What is that? No. Okay, 11 target interaction. How about mass interaction? Fate Spinner, yeah. It's a stacks piece, kind of, sort of. Teferi, settle her flavor, trust. I'm so fine, actually. End the turn. I mean... Oh, wait. This should be targeted. Different tag. Oh, perfect deck for Teferi's Imp? What? Or no, wait, no. Not that tag. Honestly, chat, it's looking like I could do with one more board wipe. What is Teferi's Imp? What the hell is this thing? Una Fricker, what's wrong with you, girl? Tuna blue for a 1/1 flying phasing imp. When it phases out, choose and discard a card. When it phases in, draw a card. What? Teferi's Isle. Okay, so Teferi's Isle we actually discussed early on. I actually probably would run it. Unfortunately, it is part of the reserved list. So if I was an intern for WotC, I would not be able to run this. They'd say, no, you can't do that. So I'm sorry. Evacuation. Because he evacuated Zalfir to, the Void. I gotta tap the ramp now, chat. Oh. Okay. The real lieutenant. Teferi's Imp? Yeah, I guess so. You got me. This is an enchantment. As foretold. Where is it? Yeah, it's 13. And Myriad Landscape is 14. Isn't there more than this? Am I crazy? Oh, Savor the Moment is a 3-mana Explorer, chat. That's totally the same thing. Right? Copium? Copium? Or no, card advantage, chat. You say card advantage. Because Future Sight's not card draw, but it is card advantage. That's actually only 10. Wait, did I miss one? Oh, miss a Confluence. That's card advantage too, actually, yeah. So is Archmage's Charm too, honestly. I'll make this targeted interaction, I guess. It's a time stop effect. Their turn is over. Oh, Recurring Insight. Oh, that's card draw. Yeah. Insane card draw, too, actually. Wow. Anti-reversal as well. Wow. Oh, my God. Bro, you will draw so many cards with this deck, dude. It's actually insane. Now we'll do win cons. I guess after that, I'll also do engine. Is Master Waves a win con, chat? I think it is, right? Is it a devotion payoff? That's surely that's actual a win con, right? Copium. Actually, I have a lot of win cons here. 8 win cons. They're all just like crazy big blue spells. I'll just tag the rest of this as like engine, I guess. I have one final card slot, chat. Honestly, maybe just add like a call to mind for more recursion. Actually, yeah, do that. Could include Disruptor Student. That was mentioned too. I decided not to because that felt like a bit too like a troll card. Like, oh yeah, here's this really annoying like counterspell dork. Actually, just change this to mass interaction because it's a stacks piece too, pretty much. And then just remove the engine tag entirely and put it in like card selection. Because that makes more sense then. Well, what is this then? I don't know. Change tags. Almost done, chat. Dazzling Sphinx. I guess put it in WinCon? I don't know. Funny how this deck really looks like a pull of a Temsis win. I would hope. It'd be kind of funny. WinCon, I guess. I mean, I guess if you don't answer a Dazzling Sphinx, it would win the game eventually, right? Because eventually they're gonna hit like a breach the multiverse off of this thing, which is probably probably bad, right? All right, land chat. We gotta add a reliquary tower. Come on, goes nuts here. We'll add I suppose just add like a mystic sanctuary as well, right? Any other good utility land suggestions, chat? For Teferi? We have Island Liquid Tower, Zofir and Void for the flavor, Mystic Sanctuary for the of course, obviously. You're in mono blue, of course you play this. I guess there's MDFCs, right? Are there good MDFCs? Land blue, or not color, commander blue is MDFC. Glass Pool Mimic. No. I mean, yes, but no. Salinity Vision. Hey, card selection. And Drawer Disruption. We'll do that. We'll do those two. More Disruption. And what did I say? Salinity Vision. Yeah. Lotus Field, I think, is actually very expensive. Right? It's like 27. That's still too much. I will, however, add the I'll add one Guildless Commons. I think Guildless Commons makes the most sense for the Teferi. I think having a desert land in my my Teferi deck might be a little too much. I do like commons though. Temple of the False God. That scares me. If I ran it as a ramp piece, I'd say yeah, but as a land slot, no. I get nervous doing that. Any other suggestions, chat, for utility lands? There's also the depletion lands, right? Separate Coliseum. Yo, it's 20 cents now. That's kind of wild. I'll add that. Hallstorm Giants. Halimar Depths. Mistrise Village, eh? Riptide Laboratory. We actually do have some wizards in this deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is running a wizard-only card for 7 wizards good enough? That's probably cringe, huh, actually? Yeah. Corotol adds blue. So, yes, but you need to return an untapped island to your hand, not a tapped one, which makes it kind of bad, in my opinion. I don't like that. That's too janky. Like, balanced lands are so good because you return tapped lands and not untapped ones. The fact that it's untapped makes it really rough, I think. So we have, what, 2 tapped lands because MDFCs, 3, 4... Only 4 tap lands. I think it's fine. I think we stamp that, chat. Oh, wait. I'll post it in chat for you all to copy and paste if you want. W intern, thank you. It's cool, I think. Like, we actually do play into the whole, like, time-bending shenanigans that Teferi has. The Sphinxes make sense. The Teferi Planeswalkers might be copium beyond our commander. I don't know. Like, I mean, I could see them printing this as like a modern day, like, remaster of the Precon. I could see that. Some wizards, because I think Teferi actually did teach at one point in his life. So you could argue that he taught these people, you know, magic. Honestly, dude, The end game, late game seems insane, bro. Imagine you cast Pneumonic Deluge, copying Time Stretch, 6 extra turns, bro. You concede on the spot. I am not playing through no 6 extra turns, bro. Add Talaria for flavor? You know what? Fine. I'll give you that one. Talaria West for flavor? Sure. You can discard it for 3 to go and grab a Reliquary Tower. Hey! Because that's good, right? Alright, chat. Well, I love y'all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Remember to tune in tomorrow at 12 p.m. EST for the Game Changer tier list. We'll be going over what game changers are most worth playing. Wait, what? I can't. No. Unfortunately, as I scheduled that stream, like the day after, we got a update to the Game Changer list. So, of course, there will probably be some funny bits about that. That'll be funny, probably. Haha. So, tune in tomorrow at 12 p.m. EST as we rank those. Also, chat, I should note, the final price for our Peer Through Time remaster is actually $145, which I actually think is pretty good value. Like, I could see that being the average value for a, like, remaster Precon. Also, keep in mind the price of a deck actually would go down as the reprints would, and keep in mind the price of these. And keep in mind the price of our remastered Precon would go down as the reprints would cause the prices of said cards to drop in value. So even though it is 145 here, it might end up being more like 115-ish upon deck releasing. Actually, I love all those Sphinxes. Thank you. Only 13 creatures, but we do have some, like, copying stuff. Like, you know, Replication Right. What is it? The Sublime Epiphany copies as well. We have Kara spells. We have extra turn stuff. We have 3 potential commanders, correct? Yes, actually. So we have a Temsis All-Seeing, Teferi Temporal Archmage, or Teferi Mage of Zalfir. So we actually do have 3 potential commanders. The alternative for OG was Lorthos the Tidemaker or Stitcher Geralf. What the hell, Watsy? What were you thinking? Honestly, if anything, I fear we may have too few creatures, but keep in mind, we do have some... We have 5 cantrips as well for card digging, card selection. So, I think the 13 creatures, while it looks bad on paper, I don't think is as bad in practice. But that is the Peer Through Time Precon Remaster, chat. Tune in tomorrow at 12 p.m. EST for our Game Changer tier list, which, of course, Gavin decided to spite me directly, totally, 100%, not cap, by changing the Game Changers list, like, the day after I scheduled that stream. Thank you, Gavin. Very cool. I love you. I love you all so much. And I will see you all tomorrow.